What's up guys, this is Coach Donny with ElevateYourself.org. It's Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and it's going to be another great Elevate day. But for now, I gotta eat my first meal of the day to make sure I have enough energy to train later. White rice, pickled cucumber, and some baked pork ribs. Let's just go for 3 per side and see how that feels.
Okay.
Now for this one, lateral, the width is not as important as the height. We just want to go wide enough to stress our ankle at different angles.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's pause for a second. I'm going to change one thing. So for your wrist, let me see. Okay, this is the bar here. Anytime you have a bar movement, right now your wrist is almost 90 degrees. We want to make sure that the bar is in line with my wrist. So you should only be bending about 20 to 30. Does it make sense? I just finished a great online training session with Adrian and Camilo, who were my 2 clients for today. And if you're interested in working with me and increasing a vertical jump, but don't live in the Bay Area, I offer an online personal training service where I can train you remotely regardless of where you live, whether it's in another country or in another state. So I would love to work with you and help you take your athletic ability to the next level. Check the link in the description box for more information. Now it's time to foam roll and get my body ready for some jumping. Just finished packing my drinks. Of course, we got the freshly brewed black coffee for energy. We got the Gatorade Power Endurance formula that I've been trying out for hydration and sugar during workout. And then we got our post-workout protein shake. And this has actually been my favorite protein shake this year. It's not too sweet like so many of the other protein shakes. You got 30 grams of protein for 160 calories. And the texture is not chalky or too milky. And I'll leave the link for where to buy this protein shake in the description box for you. Now I gotta go try to find a park with a basketball rim that's low enough for me to dunk on, because I'm probably only touching around 10.2 right now, but I'm excited to start my dunk training again. So unfortunately, I was driving around for about 30 minutes trying to look for a lower basketball rim at some of the local elementary schools, but a lot of them are closed. And I could have sourced a few ones, but I didn't want to spend more time driving. So I just found a local park that had a regulation rim, or at least looks like it. And I'll just have to make do for today. But it is a beautiful day to train, so can't complain. I still get to jump. It's cool, they got a little basketball class going here. And I'll be training on this rim. This rim is definitely not regulation, so I think it's around 9/10, so 2 inches lower. And it's flexible, which is nice, so when you hang on to it, it doesn't tug on your arm. So a little bit easier on the grip and the shoulder too. But hey, I'll take it. This is perfect because it's just outside of my reach, but I feel like I can jam it today if all the stars aligned. Yeah, I was so close. There's 3 of them that I could have jammed. Slipped out of my fingers, timing was a little off. But man, I'm super pumped. So I'm gonna take a break, get some more Gatorade, and see if I can get 1 dunk today before I leave. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. I need to take another break, and I'm gonna try to do 1 more 10-minute attempt session because I don't want to burn out my body. This is supposed to be my deload week, but I just got pumped up knowing that I'm still jumping pretty decently well and so close to a dunk, even though it's on a 9'10" rim. So we'll see what happens after this break. I usually pray to the volleyball gods for help, but this is not volleyball, so I'm praying to the basketball gods to please give me 1 dunk before I leave today. My wrist is really sore. It's been a while since I've gripped the rim so hard, but let's see if we can do it. It's game point. Yeah, the forearm is killing me. Starting to lose a lot of lift in my legs. The last one I tried, it's really hard to dunk it, but it doesn't look like it's happening today. So looks like the basketball gods are not in my favor today. I just noticed this. Ripped my callus from grabbing that rim on the last one. Yeah, all it took was that one. But man, this is the beginning of a new dunking journey. I just finished my dunking session as kind of my warm-up, and I still got some weightlifting and maybe some spiking, but I can't do it when my right hand is busted. Maybe if my left hand was, but I gotta make sure I sterilize this and tape it up. Usually I have a first aid kit in my car, but I think I must have taken it out when I cleaned it last time, so I don't have any. But we have some hand sanitizer, which is going to feel really great on the open wound, so I got to rip that skin off too. Some duct tape that I keep for emergencies, and a napkin, but it's going to be my band-aid. And I really got to clean it when I get home, but I do really want to finish my workout because I feel amped after that dunk session, or dunk attempt session rather. Man, that stung like crazy when I put the hand sanitizer, but it's worth it because now I patched it up. This is the official Elevate Yourself Band-Aid, more durable than your regular Band-Aid, and looks a little cooler. This is actually real chrome silver. This is not duct tape. Now I can grip the dumbbell without it digging into my skin. So this next exercise is specifically targeted for my weaknesses, and actually probably a lot of right-handed spikers. We jump right-left, which means our right leg gets a lot stronger than our left because we're essentially doing a quarter squat while the left leg is only planting, called the block step. So if we don't strengthen our left leg, it will get injured over time because this is going to get stronger. So this is one exercise that I came up with to both strengthen your left leg, but also strengthen your right shoulder. And when I say right shoulder, I don't mean the rotator cuff. I mean the deltoid muscle and the trapezius muscle. Because when we're spiking, your left deltoid and left trap does a lot of the elevation, while my right shoulder really does the pulling back and the torque. So over time, you can be uneven and have your left trapezius and deltoid overdeveloped, which could cause this type of posture. So to counteract that, I'm also going to do a shoulder press at the top to develop this area. Now, because this is a deload week, I'm not going super heavy. I'm just trying to get some stimulation and some volume into this left leg without over fatiguing it. So it's the rear foot elevated split squat. You should feel it in your quadricep, but also in the glute at the bottom, and your lower back to stabilize. And then of course the pressing motion, you should feel it in your deltoid, and really try to rotate back to open up your scapula at the top, which is the healthy range of motion for any pressing overhead movement. Works perfectly. This next exercise is a single leg RDL, and then with a single arm bent over row at the bottom. So same thing, we're trying to develop really the hip of my left leg to make sure it matches the strength of my right leg. More joint stability due to the balance element. And then at the bottom, the row, the rhomboid and the lower lat muscles get more developed with my right side because I'm always pulling back. And I need to make sure that my left side is just as strong to balance out both sides. So once again, not going very heavy, just enough to stimulate, get a nice burn, and just to make sure that those muscles get some attention. Man, my foot muscles were on fire on that one. Usually I do RDLs with the opposite arm, so it counterbalances, but because I was doing the same weight, left arm, left leg, I really had to grip the floor hard to maintain balance since so much of my load is on my left side. So that was a nice feeling to get a burn in my foot. One more set to go, and hopefully I'll be able to use the spiking aid I brought today, which you'll see. So I recently got this Spike It Pow, I think that's what it's called, or Spike Tandem. And I tried to hook it up to a basketball hoop unsuccessfully. It just wouldn't stay put, and if you're jumping above 9 feet, you need something that can hang higher, and unless your basketball hoop can go to 12 feet, it doesn't really work well. And then it also kept swinging on top of the hoop, so I had to keep resetting, which was annoying. So I'm gonna try to test it out on a tree. Ideally, you can hang it on a ceiling somewhere if you have a tall ceiling and use a ladder, but I don't have a tall ceiling with a hook, and I don't have a ladder. But I'm trying to make use of it and see if I can get the most out of this tool, because I think it could be really useful if I can set it up properly. So let's see if I can do that by climbing the tree like a monkey. And for those Cantonese fans out there, I'm gonna be the legendary Tit Malau. That was successful. I definitely don't recommend doing it this way. It's dangerous to climb a tree, but I've been climbing trees my whole life, so I felt okay about it. We'll see if we can get a couple good spikes and if the branch is strong enough to hold it. Gotta hang on a higher branch because I still feel like I'm not able to max jump fully. Now, you might be asking, why am I practicing left-handed spiking footwork, even though I'm right-handed? We talk a lot about balancing out the body, and a lot of injuries happen because we have muscular imbalances, right? Always doing one thing on one side for unilateral sports like volleyball. So it's one step closer to trying to rebalance the body. Second reason is you never know when you're gonna have to use your left-handed spike to keep it in play. I know for me, a lot of times when the ball is shot past my right shoulder and I didn't anticipate it, because I've practiced so many arm swings with my left hand, I have enough control to still place it or keep it in play. A little more fatigued than I wanted to be at the end, but just make sure I get a good recovery when I get home tomorrow, and then start another jump training cycle to try to get my vert higher, so when the gyms open up, I can start dunking and smashing again. That's my goal. And hopefully you guys have your quarantine goals as well. Don't waste this time. Use this time to make yourself better. Don't wait for success. Make your success. Just finished my workout and it ended up being like an hour and 45 minutes. So today was supposed to be a light session. But man, when you're having fun, it's hard to stop. So now I'm gonna drink my protein shake so I can get that protein for recovery right away. And of course, on my way to get some milk tea. I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about this drink, but this is one of the most refreshing drinks that I love to enjoy, especially after a workout. I had so much fun today with my jump training session. I think the last time I did dunk attempts was probably 5 or 6 months ago. So it felt great just to go out there and try to dunk. It definitely came at a cost. The skin ripped off and it still hurts, but it was worth it. Probably should have stopped a few dunks earlier, but I was trying so hard to jam it at least once. So maybe next time. I plan to incorporate these dunk training sessions into my jump training once a week now, because my long-term goal still is to be able to dunk a basketball again. And the last time I did that was when I was 26, and now I'm 35. So I want to prove to everybody that it's still possible with the right training program, and most importantly, self-belief. I totally killed this drink in less than 5 minutes, and it tasted great. Thanks for following along my dunking journey. I'll see you guys in the next video.